the outside wall.
He's gonna pass nearly 3 cars down that front straightaway, and he's gonna get them all done with. What amazing!
Race lead to the inside goes Logan Cloudman is gonna touch in. Pit press.
Saved it.
What a save!
Look to the outside as Cronkite goes off. De Jong into second place.
Going for the switchback. Oh, pinpoint driving.
It's howling down to the inside.
Trying this contact though. Slide left to the racetrack. Chris Renner drives it back down underneath, and he takes that second spot right back. Joker goes to Garrett Lowe.
Garrett Lowe should take victory with all that contact.
He's going to try and make the move around the outside the parabolica. That's not going to work, but he's going to try and get the cut back here. Get the run out the parabolica. That's beautifully done there. Michael Schumacher, there's a little bit of door banging as well.
Welcome to Pocono. We are in the Pennsylvania region of the East Coast of America. This is round 6 of the Indy Elite Series, but most importantly, this is the second round in the Redline Ace Triple Crown, sponsored by Redline Ace. For all your apparel needs with to do with iRacing, mainly t-shirts, then go to redlineace.com. You can find there the link in the description below. Go and get yourself a t-shirt. Be well worth it. My name is Sam Cooper Bennett, as always, and joining me in the booth this week is none other than Mr. Connor Hayder. After missing last week, Connor, this is going to be an exciting one. A jewel in someone's going to be claiming the second jewel in the crown here tonight.
Yeah, definitely, Sam. As we're looking at practice, it looks like the times are pretty close to significant. And also, thing you gotta worry about tonight is apparently race control has made it known that they must enter on the backstretch, not into turn 1. So look at that to play factor into tonight's race.
Yeah, and one man that's going to be looking to get that second jewel in the crown will be Chris Stouffer. He won it at Homestead. Tonight he's going to be looking for that second jewel and getting himself closer to that prize money when we go to Indianapolis in a few months' time. And one man that'll be looking to build on his season will be one Mr. Joshua Chin, finally getting his season underway last week at Milwaukee and bringing home the victory. Can he do the same here tonight? He won here last season. Brandon Trost winning the season before, so two guys that know how to win here. We'll be looking to get a decent result here tonight. We are just over 3 minutes left in the practice session. Let me remind you before we go to qualifying that we are sponsored by Redline Ace. For all your racing apparel needs, go to redlineace.com. You can find the description link in the description below. Get yourself a t-shirt. It'll be well worth the visit. Before we go to qualifying, we are going to step away and have a few words from our sponsors, Redline Ace. We'll be right back.
the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back to Pocono. We are here for the second jewel in the crown of the Redline Ace Triple Crown here at Pocono. As practice just winding down here at the Tricky Triangle. And Austin Espertine making his return to the series at the top of the time in the scoring right now. We're just looking at Chad Simpson, who's running a new paint scheme here tonight. So, interesting to see there. But yeah, it's a very stacked field here tonight. It looks like we've got 31 drivers set to take the green here, Connor.
A very stacked field here tonight, Sam. Also, look for Joshua Chin to try to reclaim his throne from last week.
Yep.
He's 4th fastest in practice.
Absolutely, as we are going to throw up the ticker and the lap counter for this qualifying session. As you can see in the right hand corner, the ESPN logo has been replaced by sponsors Redline Ace, the Redline Ace Triple Crown logo, as this is the second round in the Triple Crown, as we've already mentioned. And I've already seen them being laid a comment down in the live chat. Said we're proud to be sponsoring the action tonight. Thanks to all those who helped put on such a great telecast, and best of luck to all the drivers tonight. And all we got to say is to Redline Ace is thank you very much, and we hope to put on a great show for you here tonight. Let's go over the point standings before as we go to watch some of the action here tonight. As we're looking at Chad Simpson again. Adam Blocker has the points lead here, 46 points over Henry Bennett, who's in second place. He's had some solid results here tonight, this season so far. No wins on the season. We've had 5 different winners so far. Adam Blocker, Joe Branch, Joshua Chin, Andreas Werner, who won at Detroit, and obviously Chris Stouffer, who's looking for the second jewel in the Triple Crown here tonight. And it looks like Adam Blocker's getting a pretty decent gap at the top of the standings there, Connor.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, let's go and have a look at the qualifying here as Henry Bennett, who we just mentioned in the point standings, he goes to the top of the pile. Chris Stouffer, the man that's looking for the win here tonight, he is just coming down towards the line to complete his qualifying time, and where does that put him? That's actually the end of his outlap, so just ignore me. We've got times coming in thick and fast here now. Andrew Seek takes over the pole. Riley Thompson, who had an impressive showing last week at Milwaukee before the inevitable loops happened, he's in second place. Chris Cahill in third. Simon Bryant in fourth. Jonathan Goke jumping up to second place now. How he would love to have a better race here tonight.
Yeah, Jonathan Goke off to a very, very rough start to the season.
Yep, has only got
tonight.
He's only got the one good result to his name here tonight. This season with the podium finish he got at New Hampshire. Let's take a look at John Downing. He's currently out on track right now. Chris Stouffer can only manage 12th place so far in qualifying.
Riley Thompson bumps his position back up to second after falling down to fourth.
Yeah, Noah Bride slotting into third. The Irishman on the power pedal here tonight and getting some the decent times in.
Austin SPT on track right now.
Yeah,
just on the tunnel turn.
We see him right there. Haven't seen SPT since New Hampshire, I want to say, or is it Motegi?
I don't think he won Motegi.
No, he was. Or was it Detroit we saw him? I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a few weeks since. No, McBride goes to the top of the standings with a 40.729.
So that bumps Andreas Eek down the second, and Riley Thompson the third.
SPT goes
with a fourth place on the standing.
Yeah. And we've still got drivers out on track here. Let's go to our race winner from Motegi, Mr. Joe Branch. Right there, just coming down towards the turn 3 section now. Or is it no? Turn 2. Oh, yeah, turn 2.
Joshua Chin with a horrible qualifying lap of 40.9. That drops him to 12th.
Yep. So Chin not having a good night here tonight. Let's take a look at Adam Dock here. He'll be the next man to put a time in, I think. As Liam Quinn slots into 20th place. Still yet to see times from previous winner Brandon Trost, Tony Show and Zach Campbell, Christian Alesho, and Tim Doyle yet to set a time. As Trost is out on track now.
And I lied about that. Chin just laid down the fifth fastest time.
Yep, on his second lap. As Adam Dock puts his time in, and it's only P24 for the man in the 12. Not where you want to be at this point, as
Rose just wrecked on his outlet. Let's see what's going on there.
Take a look at that, as no, he just stopped on track. Meanwhile, Zach Campbell just leaving pit road now. He's going to start his qualifying. Oh, there he is. Zach Campbell has had some strong showings this season.
Oh, yeah, and Adam Dock is just not gonna have a good night tonight with that qualifying lap.
Got it all wrong coming out of turn 3.
Turn 3.
You see in the background there. What turn 4?
Right.
As here comes Joe Branch to finish his qualifying, crosses the line, and where's that going to put him? Only P17. Not a good time there for one of our race winners here tonight. Here comes Zach Campbell. Where's this one going to put him? Nowhere at the moment because he just finished his outlap. Okay. Go out of turn 1. Here comes Campbell now. Brandon Trost is back out on track. He's going to start his qualifying, get his qualifying underway. See where that'll put him in a minute, but we're going to focus on Zach Campbell for the moment.
.23rd fastest on the board. Look for him to improve on the second lap, hopefully.
Yep. Now here he comes into turn 2. Affectionately known as the tunnel turn, as the exit to the track runs right underneath that corner. Or the entrance and the exit to the track. And they both go through tunnels. So, yeah. As out of turn 3 comes Zach Campbell down towards the line. Let's see what he can do here. Is it going to improve him?
16th fastest on the board with a 40.915.
So not the fastest there for Zach Campbell. This is really separating the men from the boys here so far. As out of turn 2 comes Brandon Trost now on his second lap. Remember, these guys only get 2 laps to get their qualifying done here. As Trost gets a piece of the apron there coming out of turn 3. Is that going to cost him some time here as he comes down towards the line?
20th. Fastest on the board.
Wow. So that rub on the apron there coming through turn 3 really did cost him some time then.
Yes, definitely. I'm wondering if they're struggling with like grip, because the ambient air temperature is 69 degrees Fahrenheit and the track temp is 84 degrees Fahrenheit. So I wonder if they're struggling with a little bit of grip.
That might be the case. As qualifying is pretty much done, so Liam Quinn going to start on the pole here. Niall McBride second, Austin Esparty third, Andreas Eek in fourth, Riley Thompson in fifth. Joshua Chin will start in sixth place. Seventh will be Andrew Wood, who got the podium last week. Good result for him. Eighth was Bradley Walters. Dakota DeCento will start in ninth, and rounding out the top 10 will be Chris Cahill. 11th place will be John Downing. 12th will be Simon Bryant. 13th will be Jonathan Goke. 14th, Joe Flanagan. 15th, Chris Stouffer. Not a good want to start from if he wants to get that second jewel in the crown. But it's a long race. He'll pick it up, I'm sure. 16th will be Zach Campbell. 17th is Adam Blocker. Poor qualifying for him. Same for Joe Branches starting in 18th. Adam Plunkett in 19th. And Brandon Trost, a former winner here. He's all the way down there in P20. Henry Bennett, a terrible qualifying for him. He's in 21st. Andrew Kinsella in 22nd. Ray Kingsbury in 23rd. 24th is Danley Ench. 25th is Chad Simpson. 26th is Richard Holt. And last driver to take a time was Adam Dock. Tony Schoen, Christian Alesho, and Tim Doyle not taking times. Niles Anders will be in the race control booth. So with 20 seconds left to go in qualifying, that is what your grid will look like when we do go to green. And we're going to see something different at Pocono. I'm pretty sure you've seen it on previous broadcasts on other channels. They line up pretty differently around here at Pocono when they're about to leave pit road.
Yeah, the old Pocono, you would start on the front stretch, and the really newly repaved circuit, they're doing the whole sideways on a grand pit lane type of ordeal.
Yeah, as you can probably take a look there. It's weird. They do it in Michigan as well, I've noticed as well, so I'm guessing this is a new way they're going to start the races these days. If they bring any more rescans in, I know they're going to have to rescan a few more tracks like Texas. Maybe they do it at Charlotte as well, because they've just rescanned that one as well. So, I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, there's a couple tracks. I don't know which ones to name off, but I do know that a lot of them you start on the actual track, and some of them you start on the pit lane. But it is pretty cool to see them all line up sideways like that. I think it helps with you not running into the opponent in front of you on the start when the pace car pulls off. Yeah. Starts going is what I meant. That happens a lot, unfortunately.
Yeah. It looks like Liam Quinn is on pole, but is not. I don't think.
Yeah, Liam Quinn on pole, and Al McBride second.
Oh wow! So now Liam Quinn actually nicked pole position just before the end of qualifying there. So good for him. We've got the two Irishmen starting on the front row. So interesting. As we're waiting for the drivers to peel off there, you see them all lined up there on pit road in their staggered formation. Well, diagonal formation. Always find it interesting to see them lined up like that. As they're going to start moving now, Expertise jumping the gun a bit there.
We're not supposed to move until the first car moves. Come on now.
As Liam Quinn does finally move. Big field here tonight. Big field. 30 drivers set to take the green here as there goes Liam Quinn. And where is he? Niall McBride there in second place. We've got an all UK and I front row here at Pocono. It'll be interesting to see how this race goes. You see Jonathan Goke in the background there with the other drivers. Everybody just making their way through turn 1. So, as they make their way through turn 2, we've got Liam Quinn on the pole, we've got Niall McBride in second, Austin Espetit in third, Andreas Eek in fourth. That is your top 4 right there. Joshua Chin starting in the top 5. I'm not sure what's going on here, but the grid seems to be all muddled up compared to what it was in qualifying. But anyway, as they make their way through turn 3, and as my usual broadcast partner Tony Trapasso would say, Grandpa, Papa Viagra, it's time to get it on at Pocono. We're underway, 140 laps has started, and Liam Quinn just getting off like a stab rat there, and Austin Espetit going straight after him at the start. Espetit going to try and follow him in line there as they make their way out of turn 1. And everybody...
Espetit did a lead, followed by
Riley Thompson in third. A lot of drivers running new paint schemes here tonight. That's a very high catching paint scheme there by Riley Thompson. Sitting in third. Looks like everybody's looking to go single file, but further back in the pack. Go back as far as Chris Stouffer. He's side by side with John Downing right now. And as we always see in the early part of these races, everybody just looking for good real estate here. And everybody just trying to get settled down. And we will be focusing on Chris Stouffer a lot here tonight to see if he can... Oh, no! Chris Stouffer's in it already! Oh no!
Correct. Oh my gosh.
And only 2 laps in, Chris Stouffer's race is done, and he will not claim that second jewel in the crown. Gets into it with, I believe, that was Chris Cahoe.
Yeah, Chris Cahoe and Brendan Troust and Chris Stouffer. All 3 just got collected in that.
Oh wow, big wreck to bring out the first caution here tonight.
And Chris Cahoe has put it on the hauler and has retired.
Yeah, and I'm going to assume Chris Stouffer is out as well. Brandon Trost will be out as well. Danley Ench is out. So 4 cars involved in that. I'm not sure if Adam Plunkett got some of it. No, he didn't. He's just sitting there at the back. Looks like Adam Blocker got some of it, though. He's got a damaged front wing there.
Yeah, Adam Blocker got collected in that. His front wing's all a little bit torn up. Doesn't look too bad, but I don't think he's got any side pod damage. Looks like he just tore up a little bit of the front wing.
Yeah. So back at the front now, Austin Espetit is your leader. He did get the lead away from Liam Quinn while we were looking further back in the field. I feel like I put a jinx on Chris Stouffer there by watching him and then seeing that happen.
Yeah, you probably did there, Sam. So with that being said, and with front wings and parts flying all over the place, what do you think about what iRacing announced today with the damage model possibly being put out by the end of this year?
I think it's good. It's about time. As we've got people taking it down pit road there in the background. Jonathan Goke being one of them. Yeah, it's going to be good to see if they can actually pull it off, because they've been working on it a long time. And it's going to be interesting to see if they can actually, again, pull it off. It's going to be... They've already shown signs of it. I mean, the last Indy 500 from last year, well, a few months ago, I did a Indy 500 with the other league we broadcasted, which is Top Fuel Racing, and It showed signs of it there, with wheels being ripped off and stuff like that on the Indy cars. As see Jonathan Goke, 8.5 in his box with the pit stop there. We should see some very, very good. I was going to say wrecks, but some very realistic damage on those cars come the end of the year, because they've been working hard on it and, like I said, showing signs of it, and it's looking impressive already.
Yeah, definitely. Like, just a little insider from reading. Apparently, they want to make it so you hit something, there's flex with it. Like, if you were to hit a tire barrier, the tires would go flying. I don't know if they'll be able to do anything with the savior barrier pushing in, since it pretty much looks like a concrete wall on iRacing, but hopefully one day they'll get to something like that.
Well, they talked about things like wheel-to-wheel contact, which is a big thing in iRacing, especially with netcode being a thing. Are they trying to eliminate the netcode contact? Because if that is the case, then that would be awesome to see.
Possibly, but I don't think there will be ever any way of getting rid of netcode for good. But I think there's a possibility of them eliminating it the best way possible. But you still have decoding in the system, and one person's internet against another person's internet going into a churn or someplace on track where netcode goes in the fault with. If you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I just found out Liam Quinn is from Luton, so Luton is a town in England. So Liam Quinn might just be English. So sorry, Liam, if I got that all wrong. Thank you for pointing that out, Rancer. Just reading some of the live chat comments, and yeah, interesting ones. As we are just going into turn 2 now. The lights are off on the pace car. We will be going back to green this time round. Connor, I'm going to let you get us going this time.
Alrighty.
Hopefully we can actually get a decent run going this time.
Hopefully, but I wouldn't doubt it for there being another caution. But once we start getting people cycled out and everybody figuring out the track, we should be able to get a little bit of a green flag run in there. As the pace cars down at SPD goes off, followed by Liam Quinn in second and Riley Thompson in third.
Nama Bride right behind him.
Foul going into one.
Not the best restart there by Riley Thompson. He's got Nama Bride right behind him.
But here comes Quinn on the inside of SPD going down into the tunnel turn.
Yeah, and we've seen. Yeah, and we've seen it even in real life, that side by side through the tunnel turn is not a good idea, and SPD just backs out of it and gives him the position. But for now, here comes Norman Bright to try on the outside of Riley Thompson here out of turn 3, and
Riley Thompson just says, "Take it."
Yeah, I don't blame him either.
Here comes Joshua Chid looking on Riley Thompson right now. Fourth, and he takes the position away from Thompson.
Yeah, Riley Thompson just does not seem to have the speed in that car on that restart. So the 58 falling back from third to fifth in the space of 2 corners. Well, the space of 2 laps actually.
Could he possibly be taking it conservative now after what he saw with Christopher and Chris Kao?
Yeah, maybe. Meanwhile, here comes Joshua Chin now, looking to get a pass done on Norman Bride. Chin got the bit between his teeth, but Norman Bride going to defend to that outside. Going to keep it wound up on that high side. But Chin going to be way too strong coming out of turn 1 here. And they're still side by side as they go towards the tunnel turn.
And Chin's got him for third.
That he does.
Now let's just see how fast he can catch the top two.
We've got a little onboard shot there of Joshua Chin. And he's got on the nose cone, he's got the Race Spot sponsorship and hashtag blame Randy. That's Race Spot's own Randy Chenoweth, who's currently broadcasting the
NASCAR Peak Anti-Price.
Yes, he is, with our broadcast colleague, Mr. Evan Pocono. Be sure to check those guys out on the iRacing Esports Network. The first round of the eSports, eNASCAR iRacing Peak Anti-Freeze Series, as they dub it, I think. Anyway, let's go back further down the field, and we're going to take a look at John Downing there, leading a pack of cars there. That's Joe Branch right behind him, going to duck it down to the inside. A bit of luck there coming out of turn one. John Downing doing some great defending there. There is Joe Flanagan. They're going to be 3 wide going into the tunnel turn. That's brave driving there by Adam Dock. Very brave driving. If you're going to make a pass, even if you're going to make it 3 wide through the tunnel turn, you have got to have balls of steel.
Yeah, taking the 3 wide to the tunnel turn is probably not the smartest idea. I've tried before and it didn't really work out very well, but yeah, definitely not the smartest idea. Maybe in the 1 and maybe in the 3, definitely not 2.
Adam Dock certainly made it work though, so good for him. Liam Quinn, meanwhile, still out in front there and is actually starting to stretch the gap between himself and Austin Espity. Espity himself, though, under pressure.
Down on the racetrack.
It is, as we are seeing Andrew Kinsella in trouble again. Let's take a look at that and see what happened. And it's going into the tunnel turn.
Looks like he just collected the apron and off you went.
Oh, and Adam Dock got a piece of that as well. Hopefully, I don't think that was as serious as he... No, that was a rear wing hit, so he might be okay.
Yeah, he might be okay, but he's grabbing it very hard back to the pit road.
That second hit that he got was from Adam Dock. Dock did hit his rear wheel, or his front wheel, actually.
Doc's car looks fairly fine, so I wonder if it was maybe a night code type of incident.
Yeah, and I've just noticed Adam Blocker is out of the race. I'm not sure why. Take a look and see what the prognosis is for Adam Kinsella. And he's out. The race is over. What?
That's very, very interesting.
Yeah. But anyway, Andrew Kinsella out of this race. And all because he hit the apron. Those aprons are very the apron through the corners is very unforgiving. And Andrew Kinsella fallen victim to that already. So we're under caution number 2 here on lap 12 of 140. We're going to step away for a quick break as we hear from our sponsors of tonight's race. That's Redline Ace, as I've got some kind of alert on my screen. I do apologise. As we're going to hear from our sponsors, Redline Ace, who are sponsoring the second duel in the Triple Crown. That's the Redline Ace Triple Crown, brought to you by the Indy Elite Series. Do not go anywhere.
outside wall.
He's going to pass nearly 3 cars down that front straightaway, and he's going to get them all done with. What amazing.
To the inside goes Logan Cloudman is going to touch in. Pit press.
saved it.
What a save.
Look to the outside as Trunkgate goes off. De Jong into second place.
Going for the switchback. Oh, pinpoint driving.
It's howling down to the inside.
He's trying, there's contact though.
Slide left of the racetrack. Chris Venner drives it back down underneath, and he takes that second spot right back. Joker goes to Garrett Lowe.
Garrett Lowe should take victory with all that contact.
He's going to try and make the move around the outside the parabolica. That's not going to work, but he's going to try and get the cut back here. Get the run out the parabolica. That's beautifully done there. Michael Schumacher, there's a little bit of door banging as well.
And we are back live here at Pocono. Lights are off on the pace car. We're about to get them going once again. As Liam Quinn still leads this thing going into the tunnel turn. Behind the pace car, he's going to bring us back to green once again. Austin Espetti still second. Joshua Chin up to third place now after making a couple of passes on that small green flag run we just had there. Now McBride in fourth place there. Riley Thompson stays in fifth. Andrew Wood up to sixth place, so he's making a few good runs himself. And Dakota DiCenzo, very impressive run he's having so far, already up to P7. Henry Bennett in P8. Ninth is Bradley Walters, and rounding out your top 10 is Simon Bryant. You see him right there behind his teammate. As they come out of turn 3 now, there goes the pace car, and we're back under green once again. And can Liam Quinn stay ahead of Austin Espetti this time round? Espetti was actually falling back into the clutches of Joshua Chin. But look at Riley Thompson finally found some speed in that number 58 as he dives to the inside. Tries to put the pass on Noah McBride. Doesn't make it work this time round as they come towards turn 2. Espetti meanwhile going to try the inside line on Liam Quinn and retakes the lead here into the tunnel turn. Good move there by the man in the 77. Liam Quinn going to try and get the draft off him though, going into turn 3. Try and get the slingshot coming out of the corner. Not going to make it work. Does not get enough momentum there. He's just behind them. Andrew Wood trying to work on the back of Riley Thompson here. And Riley Thompson able to fend him off for now. Dakota DiCenzo running by himself, but he's got 2 of the teammates of Bradley Walters, and it was Simon Bryant. Henry Bennett just moved by him. But no, Henry Bennett staying ahead of him. It's actually Bradley Walters is on the move as he now moves to the inside of DiCenzo. Side by side as they go through turn 3. Walters going to take some apron with him, but still made the move work and moves himself to the 7th place. Great move there by the man in the 56. Going further back in the field, there is Joe Flanagan. Oh, we got a big hit there. That's Dakota DiCenzo. Big hit there by DiCenzo. Let's take a look at what happened there. He was trying to move back to the inside of Henry Bennett, who just got by him.
Looks like another incident of somebody just clipping the apron into one.
Yeah, that was Dakota DiCenzo. Got it all wrong. Clipped the apron through turn 1 and just absolutely annihilated the inside wall. A big hit there by the man in the 16. Was having such a good early run, but unfortunately that has ended his night almost as quickly as I was saying he was having a good run.
Yeah, I think you really need to stop just going on board with people that are saying.
Yeah, maybe. I already did it to Stouffer, and now I've done it to DiCenzo. I feel bad now. But anyway, we're back under caution again. That's caution number 3 here tonight at Pocono. And the retirements are starting to stack up already. We've already got DiCenzo, Kinsella, Blocker, Trost, Ench, Cahill, Stouffer, and Tim Doyle didn't even start the race. And we're only 18 laps in. It's not the best of starts for these guys out here tonight.
Sorry there, Sam. I was trying to see what was going on in the Peak Series, but apparently they're interviewing the director of TIS.
Basically, the race hasn't started yet.
No.
As finally, it looks like the leaders are going to bring it down pit side. Nam McBride going to stay out here. But Liam Quinn and Bradley Walton. No, Bradley Walton's staying out. Quinn, SPT, Chin, and everybody else going to make it down pit road themselves. The LA show, and that looked like Adam Plunkett in pit road as well. It is. Let's see who's going to make it out of pit road first.
Looks like it'll be Joshua Chin. Or
Liam Quinn.
Okay. Liam Quinn, okay.
So Nam McBride decided to stay out here. He did pit on the previous caution, so... Actually, I don't think... He's not pit yet. I do apologise. The person that did pit on the last caution was Bradley Walters. Only 6 laps on his tyres. He's going to be looking to get around Nam McBride at the quickest opportunity, the first opportunity. As he has 6 laps on his tyres compared to Nam McBride's 19. Have a quick check. Oh, a bit further back in the field. We've only got 22 drivers left running in this race now. Out of the 30 that's 29 that started. We've lost 7 drivers already. Back to Tony Schoen, who's right there in the classic Hesketh scheme. I'm always going to keep pointing that out. Richard Holt there back in P19. The Brit looking to make his way further forward. Had a very impressive showing in the opening round. It's kind of waned a little bit in the last few rounds, but looking to hopefully get back up there again. Jonathan Goke on his way into pit road now. Just to get a top off of fuel, I'm guessing.
Still would like to know what happened to Anna Blocker.
He was involved in the first caution, so I'm guessing the damage from that must have ended his night. A blocker. Definitely not wanting to see that. That's going to be 2 bad races in a row for the championship leader. And if Henry Bennett gets a good finish here tonight, and we're a long way from the finish, so anything could happen between now and lap 140. We're still 120 laps away. Henry Bennett could actually take over the points lead here without a win. So that's going to be an interesting development right there. That's really going to close up the championship, going to make it a bit more exciting here in the Indy Elite Series. But most importantly, who is going to claim the win in this Triple Crown Series? We know it's not going to be Christopher. He is already out of the race here tonight. So far, the battle has been between Liam Quinn, Austin Espartee and Joshua Chin. Riley Thompson has been there as well. Niall McBride has been there as well as we're waiting for the pace car to go into pit road. The lights are off. We're about to get them going once again. Everybody hugging that outside wall to make sure no outside passes can happen. There goes the pace car. And there goes Niall McBride. We're back on the green once again. Gets a good slingshot there off the line. And Bradley Walters going to try and close the gap, but he's going to fend from Henry Bennett, who's right there as well. And now here we go. Bradley Walters going to get the toe off Niall McBride going towards the tunnel turn. Going to get a huge run going into turn 2.
Bradley Walters down in the pit.
Yeah, just absolutely got that slingshot out of turn 1 and took the lead away from him just like that. As here comes Zach Campbell now. Just diving it in there, bringing Simon Bryant with him. McBride and Bennett going to dive to the inside there to try and fend the inside line. But Zach Campbell, just like Bradley Walters, has got a ton of speed in that car owing to fresher tyres. As it looked like Adam Dock brushed the wall there coming out of turn 1. As Dock's going to make it 3 wide there, he's going to dive it in! And oh no! As John Downing Simon Bryant into the wall. Luckily it looks like he just managed to save it. That's going to stack the field up now as you see Joe Branch go by. Espartee, Chin. Showen's right there as well. And Espartee and Chin have actually jumped Liam Quinn on the restart. Quinn has fallen to 3rd out of the people that pitted him during that last caution. Meanwhile, back at the front here, action.
Chin just falling way back all of a sudden.
That's because he just pitted. He went to pit road after the caution came out.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong car. I'm talking about Liam Quinn was falling back in the field.
Yeah, he is falling back and he's under pressure from Jonathan Goke right now. Goke did get a top off of fuel right on that caution. There goes Andrew Wood to the inside of Bryant. Bryant's driving a hurt car right now. Bryant is hurting. He did hit that wall in that 3 wide incident through turn 2. And we've said it several times already tonight. You can't go that many cars wide into the tunnel turn. It's going to end in tears. So Bradley Walters is your leader right now. Niall McBride in 2nd. Zach Campbell in 3rd. Henry Bennett is in 4th. Joe Flanagan up to the top 5 now. He's just ahead of Adam Dock. And Chad Simpson now is up to P7. Andrews Eek in 8th. Osman Espartee up to 9th now after his pit stop. And got a deal. Oh, we've got a big crash. It's Tony Showen. Big crash for Tony Showen. Oh! Take another look at that. It looks like... Okay.
Looks like Liam Quinn and Joe Branch got into it ahead of him coming out 3.
That was actually Joshua Chin.
Really?
Yeah. Joshua Chin, Joe Branch getting into it. Branch only getting away with wing damage, but Tony Showen and it looks like Andrew Wood got some serious damage from that. Andrew Wood clobbering the side of Tony Showen's car. Yeah, Tony Showen's out of this event. It looks like Adam Plunkett. He's struggling here tonight. 2 laps down already. I think he might have been involved in that first caution, but only lap 26. We are under our 4th caution already here tonight.
Yeah, 4th caution. That's rough. That's tough heartbreak for Tony Showen. Sorry there for the confusion about Chin and Quinn, but their paint schemes just look very, very, very similar.
Yeah. But lots of action all through the field, though. I think at this point, people just need everybody just needs to settle down and just let the race come to them, because 4 cautions in, only 26 laps. It's looking very much like an attrition type of race here tonight. As it looks like Joe Branch is in pit road as well. He's going to get that front wing fixed by the looks of things. He's still in the car. Christian Leisho is the last driver on the lead lap now. Only 19 drivers on the lead lap. And Joe Branch is going to get them going now. Get it going. It looks like everybody's coming down pit road, so that's kind of worked in the favour of Joe Branch right now. Henry Bennett going to stay out on 22 lap old tyres. Espity in second. Lee and Quinn in third. Let's take a look at... Where is he? Joshua Chin. Because he went in... He must have got some wing damage from that contact with Joe Branch.
Espity won the battle off of pit road.
Espity stayed out.
Okay, then let's check. I'm just not having it with these paint schemes tonight. I'm sorry, guys.
Espity's in a light blue, well, navy blue scheme. Well, yeah, navy blue. Yeah, Espity stayed out. Henry Bennett on 22 lap old tyres. He's got to think about coming to pit road soon. He's he pitted under the first caution and has not been in pit road since. But watch Bradley Walters. He's on fresh tyres. As is Niall McBride now. Joe Flanagan there.
I'm sorry, it was Bradley Walters who won the race off the pit road.
Yep. So lights are off on the pace car this time round. Can we finally get a green flag run going here? As Jonathan Goat pulling to the inside of the field. Not sure what's going on there. It looks like Joe Branch coming back down pit road again. And it is. Just going to get a top off of fuel before they go green again. I'm going to be interested to see how Henry Bennett handles this restart. He's on much older tyres than Austin Espity and Liam Quinn. And there's a bit of a pool going on in the live chat right now. They reckon the next caution is going to come out on lap 37, according to Christian Steele. And Joey Flanagan says lap 42.
I say lap 75. Oh wait, that was Nate Seifker on Sunday night. I give him to lap 40.
Shout out going to the Nate Seifker 10X Club, as always. As that is a running gag on the ESPN channel between myself, Tony, Nate Seifker and Connor. So you'll hear us talking about that a lot on our broadcast. But anyway, lights are off on the pace car. We're about to get them going again. There goes the pace car into pit road. Field in control of Henry Bennett, and we're back on the green once again.
Henry Bennett in the lead.
Yep.
Followed by Espity and Quinn. and Walters.
Yep. As Bennett going to be in control going into turn 1, but how is he going to control it coming out of turn 1? As he's on much older tires, as I've already mentioned. SPT winding up for the run here.
On the inside, look for it as he tries to take the position in the 2. And he will take it in.
So SPT up to the front now. Bennett in second, Lee and Quinn in third. But has Bradley Walters all over his rear wing now. As they're all getting stacked up again. Looks like Walters made a mistake there through turn 3. McBride almost making a mistake there coming out of 3. That led Chad Simpson up to 5th place. Bradley Walters falling backwards. There goes Adam Dock to his inside. Bradley Walters has gone from being in 5th place down to 8th in the space of a corner.
One driver that's fallen way back in the field is the 58 of Riley Thompson. He started 5th in the race and he's back down to 14th after the last couple of months of the contract.
Yep, and he's riding behind Simon Bryant right now. Bryant is actually back out on track and is back up to speed again after brushing the wall in the last green flag run. Everybody looking to try and settle down at this point, but it's not happening, is it? As Lee and Quinn and Chad Simpson are side by side. Chad Simpson going to move it up his way up to 3rd place. And Lee and Quinn falling back. He's going to fall back into the clutches of Niall McBride here. As here comes Adam Dock now diving to the inside. And takes away the position from McBride. Good move there by Doc. Into turn 1 they go. On lap 32 of 140 here. Oh, we just seen someone hit the wall hard. That was Bradley Walters. That's going to bring out caution number 5 here.
And his night's done.
Again. Bradley Walters just cannot catch a break this season. Let's go back and find out what happened here. Running behind Joe Flanagan there, you see him. Just trying to find a way past.
Looks like it was just a little bit of net code there, Sam.
Yeah, just lost the back end of the car. And slammed it to the inside wall coming out of turn 1. And that brings out caution number 5 here. And with that, we're going to head away for another commercial break. We'll be right back with some more racing action. We'll be right back with the Triple Crown, sponsored by Redline Ace. Do not go anywhere.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
the outside wall.
He's gonna pass nearly 3 cars down that front straightaway, and he's gonna get them all done with. What amazing!
Race lead to the inside goes Logan Cloudman is gonna touch in. Pit press sideways. What a save!
Look to the outside as Cronkite goes off. De Jong into second place.
Going for the switchback. Oh, pinpoint driving.
Is howling down to the inside.
I tried, there's contact though.
Slide left of the racetrack. Chris Leonard drives it back down underneath, and he takes that second spot right back. Joker goes to Garrett Lowe.
Garrett Lowe should take victory with all that contact.
He's going to try and make the move around the outside the parabolica. That's not going to work, but he's going to try and get the cutback here. Get the run out the parabolica. That's beautifully done there. Michael Schumacher, there's a little bit of door banging as well.
Open rally.
And we're back live here at Pocono. Pace car's about to go off now. And we're about to go green. Austin Espartine in control of the field. And we're back on the green flag conditions there. As Joe Branch pulls to the inside to let everybody else by. I'm pretty sure his car is very damaged here as they go into turn 1 now.
And here comes Adam Dock on the inside of Chad Simpson. Dock pushes up a little bit and falls back to third.
Doc has been absolutely forcing his way to the front so far tonight, and he's definitely got a lot of confidence. As here comes Chad Simpson now to the inside of Austin Espartine.
Comes Zach Campbell for fourth around Flanagan. Flanagan falling way back.
Actually, Noel McBride that's falling back. Joe Flanagan moved to the inside of McBride, and Flanagan up to the top 5 now. Adam Dock just getting passed there by Zach Campbell. Zach Campbell has finally decided that now is the time to move, and we've not even 100 to go yet. Jonathan Goke starting to make his way forward as well as he's moving to the inside of Flanagan. Flanagan, I can't talk, I promise. Flanagan falling backwards behind McBride again. And here comes Joshua Chin again to the inside of Flanagan. Flanagan must have had a problem here, because he's fallen behind Goke and McBride. Here comes Chin now to the inside of Flanagan.
I don't know if it's just iRacing, but it's like my front suspension looks a little banged up, but I'm not 100% sure.
Maybe. So Chin ahead of Flanagan now, going to work on the back of... Oh no, Adam Dock's in it!
Oh my god!
That looks similar. That looked way too similar.
Similar to my wreck Sunday night.
As Adam Dock goes for one hell of a ride coming out of the tunnel turn. And that is his race done, I believe. I can't tell if that was Joe Flanagan or Joshua Chin that hit him. No, it was neither. It was Jonathan Goke that hit him.
If Adam Dock can somehow get that front wing repaired and
I'll be very surprised.
cover on the front, I'll be very surprised.
Yeah, Jonathan Goke has got a severely damaged car.
Jonathan Goke, you said?
Yeah.
His car looks perfectly fine on my screen.
Might just be me then. It looked like it was Chin that hit him, because look at his front wing.
Chin's wing looks fine on my screen too. It might just be me, maybe.
It might just be you, because it's Joshua Chin has got no front wing. He's got a wrinkle in his front wing.
Yeah, I don't see anything at the moment. And Adam Doc stays out. That's very, very interesting.
Yeah. So, Doc trying to stay out, but I'm not sure if he's going to make it too far. If he's got a meatball flag, which I'm pretty sure he has, he will be disqualified within if he doesn't pit within 3 laps. Meanwhile, Goke has got a new front clip on his car. Richard Holt out of pit road as well. And I apologise for these camera packs. For some reason, it's showing weird graphics when they go through turn 1. And I was just watching Richard Holt. Ray Kingsbury, we're not really mentioning him much tonight. He's back there in P16. Go back to Adam Doc here. Let's see if he does bring it down pit road this time round. I'm going to safely assume he's got no choice, because that car is tweaked beyond all recognition.
I'm on Adam Doc, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Unless he pits this time, maybe, but I don't see him being able to at all take that car. And it looks like he's going to pull it down pit road this time.
Yeah, it looks like John Downing's going with him. It looks like the lights are going to go off on the pace car this time by. And they do. So Austin Esparty going to get another chance to stay out in front here. 22 laps on his tyres compared to Zach Campbell's 14. Same for McBride, same for Chin, same for Riley Thompson. Henry Bennett on the driver with 7 laps on his tyres, as well as Liam Quinn, Andrew Wood and John Downing. John Downing deciding to stay out.
It's like Adam Doc is out of the car, but it does look like they're repairing his vehicle, so he might be able to get back in, maybe.
Yeah, doubtful. the way he had, the way he hit the wall was very reminiscent of a real life crash that happened a few months ago. And we all know what happened to that guy. Robert Wickens, hope to see you back on the race car soon, dude. And that's part of the reason why you can't go too wide through the tunnel turn, because it's always going to end in disaster, and that's exactly what happened there. Adam Dark just going for one hell of a ride. Joshua Chin getting a piece of it. He's still... No, he doesn't. Oh, maybe it was me. Okay, maybe. No, he's still got that wrinkle in his front wing. So out of turn 3. Oh, 3 they go. No, what turn 4? Yeah, let's see if they can actually get a good green flag run here.
Austin Espadee to lead into 1. Zach Campbell looks like just, and he's gonna try to attempt to take it from Espadee going into 2.
Yeah, and he does, side by side, and Zach Campbell to the point now. Makes the ballsy move through the tunnel, but here comes Austin Esparty back to the inside. And if there's one man who knows how to win around a super speedway, it's Mr. Espity. Joshua Chin up to third now. He's just putting a pass on Niall McBride. And it looks like Henry Bennett's starting to make his way through as well. He's on fresher tyres than these guys, let's not forget. He's already got by Riley Thompson. Now he's going to be chasing after Niall McBride. But Thompson's going to come back at him here. Not going to make the move work.
Looks like Thompson's just struggling with his car, just trying to get any sort of momentum.
Yeah, as he's got Liam Quinn right behind him. Oh, almost into the wall there for Niall McBride. Needs to be a bit careful there.
Your leader right now is still Austin SVD. Zach Campbell in second, Joshua Chin in third, Niall McBride in fourth, and running up for top five is Henry Bennett.
Yeah, as we're on board with Austin Espity, you see from his nose cam how low to the floor those cars really are through the corners. Very impressive camera shot there. Out of turn 3, and he's got a huge lead over the guys now. He's already 0.6 of a second up the road. Joshua Chin is trying to close the gap between himself and Zach Campbell. And you see Riley Thompson poke his nose out there. He's going to try a move on Henry Bennett. Bennett there on the outside, Thompson on the inside. And he's not going to make it work. Those fresher tyres on Bennett's car really helping him.
And Adam Dock is retired out of the section.
Yep. So Adam Dock is out. We've only got 19 cars left running here. As here comes Riley Thompson again. Makes the move stick for the tunnel turn. What a move there by Riley Thompson, up to 5th place now. And everybody getting strung out now. This is looking positive for a good green flag run here, Connor.
Yeah, definitely, Sam. Hopefully we can get a good 50 lap run in. That'd be nice.
That would be nice. So live chat, I'm going to leave it up to you. If there is another caution, what lap do you reckon it'll come out on? And Christian Steele, it's time to make some more fantasy picks because they're all wrecked. Your top 4 have all gone, unfortunately. Austin Espity starting to get closed in on now by Zach Campbell. Campbell trying to close that gap between himself and the 777. Joshua Chin starting to fall back a bit now, but he's nice. He's got a nice little cushion over Niall McBride, who's now under pressure from Riley Thompson. Thompson has all of a sudden found some speed in that number 58.
Yeah, Riley Thompson looks like he's found some sort of line that works for him. As he's up to 5th right now, I believe. Trying to work on Niall McBride for 4th.
Yeah.
Just seems like every time he goes into the mid corner, he just loses all his momentum.
It seems to have a lot more straight line speed than everybody else. It's just the cornering speed he seems to be lacking a bit. As you see Chad Simpson in the background trying to put a move on Liam Quinn here through turn 1. Oh, almost contact between Simpson and Quinn. Luckily Simpson backed out of it and let Quinn have it, because that almost ended in disaster for the 44 and the 42. Andrew Wood still in this race, let's not forget. He's holding on to last spot in the top 10, just ahead of Andreas Eek. Jonathan Goke has actually made his way by Henry Bennett, but Bennett not going to let him get away. As Bennett going to try and look to the inside, not close enough here as they go into turn 1. Still 91 laps of racing action left here at Pocono.
Oh, we got contact on the racetrack.
Between who? Oh, Austin Espetee's in pit road.
I think it was Chad Simpson and Andrew Wood.
Yeah, as Espetee's bringing it down pit road. Green flag pit stop here for Espetee. Chad Simpson.
So that hands the lead over to Zach Campbell. This is a really weird pit strategy.
Yep, as the battle still continues between Andrew Wood and Chad Simpson.
And
oh! Chad Simpson, what a save there for Simpson going through the tunnel turn. Almost lost the back end, but that's led John Downing to his inside. Manages to hold on to it. You're going to have to go back and look at that through the tunnel turn there for Chad Simpson. Lost the back end and managed to save it. Easily one of the saves of the season so far.
Yeah, that was kind of like me Sunday night. Every time I came out of 3 and 4, I'd hit the apron and I just was trying not to hope the car would go sideways. But yeah, I know how he feels with flipping the apron and having the car get sideways.
Yeah. Let's go back to Austin Espetee. He is back out on pit road, as Connor already mentioned. And he's just ahead of the leaders. So that pit stop took a bit longer than it should have done. Actually, 8.2 in the box. It's not actually a long pit stop, so it's not too bad. But that's how long a pit stop is. It'll take almost a lap off you here. And this track is 2.5 miles long. It's
so if you really put it into a factor, he can go down the pit and he won't lose a lap.
Yeah, it's the same length as Daytona and Talladega, so.
Pretty much, yeah.
And when you pit under green through there, you're not going to lose a lap, so that's fair enough. But we're looking at the leaders here. Zach Campbell has got a half a second lead over Joshua Chin. And they have a lead of over 2 seconds ahead of Noam McBride there, who's just ahead of Riley Thompson and Jonathan Goke. Goke on fresher tyres than McBride and Thompson.
Little update, ambient air temperature is at 72 and the track temp's at 95 right now. Definitely losing a little bit of grip.
Yes, we are. And Joey Flanagan, no, I did not just jinx it. I was knocking on wood at the same time I said it. But anyway, Jonathan Goke still trying to chase down Riley Thompson here. The gap between Joshua Chin and Zach Campbell has gone down to 0.2 of a second. Chin found some speed in that draft now. And they're passing a slowing Joe Branch. Branch still suffering since he had that collision with Joshua Chin. And ultimately, Tony Schoen. Go back a bit further, Henry Bennett there, just ahead of Liam Quinn. We've got more people taking it down pit road. There's Zach Campbell in pit road as well now, and Chad Simpson. So the leaders bringing it down pit road here, Connor. That's handed the lead over to Joshua Chin. Bonus point for that man if he can make it to the line. Actually, no, he probably did make it to the line before.
Here comes Jonathan Goke around Riley Thompson for second.
And gets him. What a move through the tunnel turn there for Goke. He can go a bit longer than these guys as well. He's got 16 laps on his tyres compared to Riley Thompson's 29. 13 lap different tyres. As Thompson decides to bring it in.
It's an interesting strategy right there.
He's just doing what everybody else is doing, but Joshua Chin, Jonathan Goke staying out, Henry Bennett staying out as well as Liam Quinn, Chad Simpson staying out as well. Riley Thompson, Ashley Austin Espetti is that he's got a healthy lead over Zach Campbell after the pit stop there. Problem is, Austin Espetti has got 5 lap older tyres than Zach Campbell now. Campbell has the advantage here, and he can, if he wanted to, close the gap. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
Joshua Chin's in as well.
Does that hand to lead over Jonathan Goke? Jonathan Goke should be able to get a bonus point for leading the lap.
Yeah, and he does.
Now with green flag pit stops, let's make sure that people follow that rule. They can't enter on the track until the dotted.
The blue cone.
Actually, I don't think it's a blue cone. I think race control specifically said out of turn 1, the hash marks.
There is a blue cone just at the entrance to turn 1.
Because Joshua Chin is being mandated to go
okay.
the backstretch.
I see. As he comes out behind Zach Campbell. And still the advantage going to Austin Espetti. That early pit stop for the man in the 77 really working in his favour right now.
That's what I was saying. Be prepared to see some black flags people forgot.
So we're not expecting any more pit stops anytime soon. The people that were on the oldest tyres have made their pit stops now. Austin Espetti, the first man to bring it down pit road, so he is the leader of the people that made the pit stops. Big problems for Niall McBride, however. He's 1 lap down because he got popped for speeding in pit road. 23 point. What?
I'll be right back.
Okay. So Niall McBride hit for speeding in pit road. That drops him 1 lap down. Jonathan Goke's going to stay out. He's riding just behind Andrew Wood there. Andrew Wood himself has just made a pit stop. We've got somebody in pit road there. That's Christian Alesio. Just coming out now. Jonathan Goke is your leader. He's got a 1.9 second lead over Henry Bennett, who I expect will be bringing it pit side in the next 3 to 5 laps. And he's going to bring it down now. So Henry Bennett and Liam Quinn going to bring it pit side now. That's going to promote Andreas Eek and Chad Simpson up to 2nd and 3rd respectively. Joe Flanagan will move into 4th. John Downing into 5th. Richard Holt into P6. And Simon Bryant still recovering after hitting the wall earlier in the race. He is in P7. So Liam Quinn and Henry Bennett, they're just finishing their pit stops now. Can Liam Quinn get out ahead of Bennett? And it's going to be a race, but Liam Quinn going to win it. Going into the corner. They're still got to stay below that yellow line. But Quinn getting the...
Caution's out.
Yep, the caution is out. And that is Simon Bryant. Oh, big hit coming out of turn 3. Let's take a look at that. Oh, got into it with Niall McBride. And a big hit for Simon Bryant. That's going to be the end of his race tonight.
Oh my God, what a hit.
Simon Bryant out of this race, and Jonathan Goke, Chad Simpson, Andreas Eek, Joe Flanagan, and possibly even Austin Espetti. They could be in trouble now. as they are in double figures on their tyres right now.
Yeah, that completely screws over Jonathan Goke's strategy.
Yep, you see Chad Simpson right behind him there. Eek is in 3rd place. Joe Flanagan is in 4th. Austin Esparty in 5th place. Made that early pit stop, but it's all come to naught for the man in the 77. He had a 5-second gap over Joshua Chin. And, yeah, that he's not going to be happy that that caution's come out right now. So, I believe that's caution number 7. So, with that, we're going to head away for another commercial break. We'll be right back as we hear from our sponsor of tonight's race in the Redline Ace Triple Crown Challenge. That will be Redline Ace. Remember to get your apparel from their website. The link is in the description down below on Facebook and on YouTube, where we are streaming live from Pocono. We'll be right back as we hear from Redline Ace.
Hits him again now. Rayon Fowler into the outside wall.
Gonna pass nearly 3 cars down that front straightaway, and he's gonna get them all done with. What amazing
Race lead to the inside goes Logan Cloudman is gonna touch in. Pit press.
Saved it.
What a save.
Look to the outside as Cronkite goes off. De Jong into 2nd place.
Going for the switchback. Oh, pinpoint driving.
It's howling down to the inside.
Trying this contact though.
slide left of the racetrack. Chris Venner drives it back down underneath, and he takes that 2nd spot right back. Joker goes to Garrett Lowe.
Garrett Lowe should take victory with all that contact.
He's going to try and make the move around the outside the parabolica. That's not going to work, but he's going to try and get the cut back here. Get the run out the parabolica. That's beautifully done there. Michael Schumacher, there's a little bit of door banging as well.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
And we are back live here at Pocono. This is the second round of the Redline Ace Triple Crown Challenge with the Indy Elite Series. Also, this is round 6 of the 2019 season as we're waiting for the pace car to make that hard left turn. Liam Quinn has control of the field once again as there goes the pace car and there goes Liam Quinn. Bennett and Richard Holt up to third place now, going to follow him down into turn 1.
Yeah, Liam Quinn with a good restart as we go on to 1.
Yeah, as they come.
Holt looking to get around Henry Bennett for a second as we have the infamous Indy snake down the backstretch.
We're seeing a battle there between Andres Eek and Chad Simpson there. Jonathan Goke right behind him with Joe Flanagan and Joshua Chin right on his rear wing. Flanagan there, the meat in the sandwich. As Chin going to try the outside pass on Flanagan and Chin makes it work. What a move there by the reigning champion. I've noticed Joshua Chin has got rid of the number 1 in his car and has reverted back to his old number.
Probably for good luck there, isn't it?
Yeah, the number 1 is not usually a good number to have on your car. It's Jonathan Goke going to move to the outside of Chad Simpson, going to take the position away. Now immediately moves to the inside of Andrea Seek and takes his position away and moves himself to 4th place. Goke is on the move and he's...
Goke is on the move, just tearing through cars up there in the field.
Yeah, I just said that. Goke on the outside of Holt as he pushes it wide, but still looks like he's going to make the move work here. And he does, moves his way up to 3rd place now. He's going to set his sights on Henry Bennett now. Joshua Chin's making his way through the field as well. He's working on the back of Richard Holt now. Holt going to defend his position there. Eek right there. Here comes Joe Flanagan to the inside of Chad Simpson. Flanagan takes the position away. He's going to set his sights on Eek as well. So Eek and Simpson not having the best run this time round. One man who's having a very good run right now is Liam Quinn. That's because the guys behind him are battling. That's Goke and Bennett. Goke going to move to the inside of Henry Bennett and take 2nd place away. Bennett going to try and cross him over out of turn 3. Not going to make it work this time round. Going to try and get the slingshot into turn 1 though. That voice cracked though. Wow. Not going to make it work. It's going now into 2nd. Henry Bennett in 3rd. Richard Holt in 4th. Joshua Chin just holding station there in 5th place. This battle between Chad Simpson and Joe Flanagan still going on. Chad Simpson going to move to the inside of Flanagan as they go into the tunnel turn. Flanagan going to win that little dice there. Austin Espetti now up to P9 in his number 77 machine, just ahead of Andrew Wood, who's occupying the last spot in the top 10. Just ahead of Riley Thompson now.
Yeah, Riley Thompson just struggling right now with his car as he's getting very, very, very rough pass there for Zach Campbell as Zach Campbell tries to take over 2 positions for 10th on the track.
Yeah, looking to the inside.
Contact there for 10.
Yeah, manages to take that 10th place away from Andrew Wood, just ahead of them. We did just see a 3-wide moment there between Austin Espetti, Chad Simpson and Joe Flanagan. Espetti winning that battle, taking 2 positions at the same time. So Espetti on the move as well now. Liam Quinn has a lead of over 1 second. He's actually managed to break the draft between himself and Goke.
A great recovery by Jonathan Goke after that last pit stop.
Yeah, it looks like they're catching up to somebody. I couldn't see who that quite was. I believe it might be Ray Kingsbury, and it is. So Liam Quinn, the leader right now. Jonathan Goke is in second. Henry Bennett back in third now. Joshua Chin trying to close it down. He's in fourth after finally getting around Richard Holt. And we've just gone past halfway, by the way.
Don't spoil it, Sam.
King of the spoilers. Anyway, back to Andrew Wood, who's fallen outside the top 10 now. Trying to get that position back off Zach Campbell. And Jonathan Goke is really closing in on Liam Quinn now. It was 1.1 seconds. He's got that gap down to half a second now. He's taken half a second out of Liam Quinn in half a lap. So Goke is piling on the pressure now. Going to be interesting to see how Quinn is going to be able to cope against the 24.
Now Ospity's around Andreas Eek for, I believe that's 5th? Maybe?
Yeah, as he's just working on... He's just got around Andreas Eek. Now he's going to set his sights on closing the gap between himself and Richard Holt. Holt obviously holding on to the last spot in the top 5. And SPT is actually closing the gap as well, so setting his sights on the top 5 here.
Still have over a ton of racing left.
Absolutely. Yep, Andrew.
New leader Jonathan Goke around Liam Quinn for the lead.
Yeah, not sure what happened there. The gap was pretty far. Let's take another look. It looks like Goat got a much better run coming out of turn 1. He did. See, Quinn pushed up wide there. That gave Goat the run in towards the tunnel turn. You're going to see the pass here on the replay. Dives it to the inside, and Goat, yeah, is your new leader. And Quinn unable to cope with him as he's already fallen to 7/10 behind the 24. Henry Bennett all on his own. Joshua Chin has finally got around Richard Holt now. I already said that. Chin is now bearing down on Henry Bennett. Holt now. The gap between Holt and Espity is down to 0.2 of a second. That gap was 1 second, and Espity just took that gap away just like that. And just behind them, Zach Campbell is up to P7 now.
Yeah, Zach Campbell started 16th tonight in the race. He's up to 7. Look at him have a solid finish tonight, hopefully.
Hopefully. Go back to Christian Alesho. He's currently running in P14 right now. Just sticking to his own race right now and just running his lines. He's doing very well, staying on the lead lap, doing what he needs to do to get to the end of this race, and he's being very cautious, which is sometimes the right way to be. Meanwhile, back at the front, Austin Espity now right on the back of Richard Holt. Now he's going to get the drag down towards turn 1, moves to the inside, and you're probably not going to see the pass as the camera blocks out the shot. There we go. But Austin Espity up to the top 5 now.
Speaking of Christian Alexio, just noticed that he still has his rookie license on iRacing. And he started 30th in the field. He's already up to 14th. That's impressive right there.
Yeah, he's doing some kind of program where he's driving from rookie to pro. So.
Okay. Just wondering why there was a rookie in the Indy Elite Series, but that sums it up.
Well, like I said, he's doing ever so well. Sitting P14 right now. He's ahead of one of the seasoned veterans in Niall McBride, so really doing well right now. Field's starting to get strung out here, and that's only a good thing. As we're going to go through the retirements here, Simon Bryant is out, Adam Dock out, Bradley Walters out, Tony Schoen out, Dakota DeCenza is out, Andrew Kinsella is out, Adam Blocker is out, Brandon Trost out, Danley Ench is out, Chris Cahill out, Christopher, the man who won the first round in the Triple Crown Challenge, is crucially out of this race as well. So 29 drivers, we're down to 18 drivers. We've lost 11 drivers here tonight already, Connor.
Yeah, tough night for those fellow drivers that are currently out of the race. That's just heartbreaking.
Yeah, we're still focusing on this battle between Chad Simpson and Andreas Eek. Simpson going to try and get the run here going into turn 3. And with 60 laps to go, make that 59 laps to go now. As Alesio going to bring it to pit road now. Take a look at Joshua Chin there. He knows he's got a fast move in. Austin Esparti closing down on him. Needs to keep up the pace behind Henry Bennett. You see the battle brewing there between the 007 and the 93. Very nicely. Chad Simpson and Andreas Eek still battling it out here. Andrew Wood getting in on the action here, and so is Joe Flanagan. And Riley Thompson's right there as well. He's looking for his first top 10 of the season, let's not forget. So a top 10 here would really put a smile on his face, as it's right in front of him there. And they're battling out hard as they're moving around, putting another lap on Joe Branch here. He's already 2 laps down. There goes Riley Thompson around Branch. There goes John Downing. It looks like Adam Plunkett's going to take a position away from Joe Branch, and he does. So Plunkett up to P17. That's the first time we've seen him actually put a pass on somebody tonight. So difficult race for the man in the 20. But he's starting to make moves now, albeit 2 laps down. His next target will be Ray Kingsbury, but he is a lot further up the track than Plunkett is right now. 9 seconds to be exact.
Yeah, tough night for Adam Plunkett. Another thing to think about is green flag pit stops should be happening here pretty soon.
Should be. I'd say in the next
10, 15, 20 laps?
No, I'd say another 6-7 laps. I think they can go about 30 laps on the tyres, on the fuel. So we should be seeing the likes of Liam Quinn, Henry Bennett and Richard Holt down pit road very soon. Like I said, in the next 7 to 8 laps. Expect to see them bring it pit side. Jonathan Goke has extended his lead now to 3 seconds over Liam Quinn. Goke, since he's got to the front here, has been in absolute dominant form so far. Extending that gap since making his way to the front. And he was passing people left, right and centre. Take a look at Richard Holt here. He's on the back of Zach Campbell. After Zach Campbell got around him. So lap 87 now of 140. Jonathan Goke in lead, and Liam Quinn in second, Henry Bennett in third, Joshua Chin in fourth, Austin Esparti in fifth, Zach Campbell up to sixth now after passing Richard Holt, who's starting to fall back from the number 2. Andreas Eek has fallen back to 8th place. Joe Flanagan there in 9th. Just ahead of Chad Simpson, who's trying to get around him. Riley Thompson there, knocking on the door of the top 10. And we always knew this race was going to be a long one here tonight around Pocono. As Richard Holt now brings a pit side. We've got 5 pit stops. I did say Richard Holt and Liam Quinn were going to bring a pit side, and they do. I'm expecting Henry Bennett to be the next one to bring a pit side as we see him just...
I'm thinking probably Espedy come in this lap, maybe?
He's probably got another 3 or 4 laps left in him.
Right.
But Henry Bennett is on his 26th lap on his tyres. And Bennett is in pit road. So those tyres has cried enough. Expect Jonathan Goat, Joshua Chen, Austin Espety, Zach Campbell, Andreas Eek, Joe Flanagan, Chad Simpson and Riley Thompson, maybe John Downing in pit road in the next 1 to 2 laps. 2 to 3 laps, sorry. I was still watching our leader right there. Joshua Chen now up to 2nd after Bennett took a pit side. No, not Bennett. Quinn took a pit side. Espety up to 3rd there. The battles are just all petered out here right now. Is Joe Flanagan going to be the next one to bring a pit side? Not sure if he's going to get pot for speed in there. He had to lock them up to get the car wound down. And we're going to focus in on Joe Flanagan right now and see how his pit stop goes. Oh, gets it into his pit box fine. And
Goke is down pit road.
And Goke is in. So the leader
staying out. Espedy staying out.
Yep.
Campbell's also in.
So let's focus it
as well.
Yeah.
That leaves Chin, Espedy, and I believe Thompson still left on the track.
And Simpson as well. And Downing.
And Downing.
Adam Plunkett is in pit road as well as Jonathan Goat just makes that pit stop look that easy. So does Zach Campbell.
I take it we look at the top 4 to pit this lap. Hopefully.
That's what we're looking for anyway.
And he's slowing down, so definitely going into pit road.
Yeah, Chin is in. Espety is in as well. Is Chad Simpson going to bring it down? Yes, he is.
And Riley Thompson staying out. That's interesting. Wonder if he's trying to lead a lap for bonus points. Probably.
Yeah. So Riley Thompson staying out here. Probably for one more lap. He's got 27 laps on those tyres now.
I believe that's maybe his first lap that he's led the whole season.
Yeah, and problems for Austin Espety in pit road. He overshot his pit box. Couldn't get into his pit box properly, and that's going to lose him a ton of time here. Jonathan Goke, though, managing to stay out in 2nd place. Good pit stop for him.
And the leader's down pit road.
Yeah, Riley Thompson is in now. After this pit stop, though, where will that put him? Because he is going to be looking to move his way up the field as quickly. Oh, he's going to be looking to be around probably Andrew Wood and Joe Flanagan, possibly Richard Holt as well. And it looks like Joe Branch has called it a night. He has. So Branch is out of this race now. Jonathan Goke takes over the lead. Liam Quinn back up to 2nd place now, but with a 3.3 second lead over Henry Bennett. And Henry Bennett not too far ahead of Joshua Chin, Zach Campbell, and Andrew Wood. Richard Holt right there as well. Joe Flanagan 3 seconds back from that, and he's in a battle with Chad Simpson. And Riley Thompson came out behind Simpson and Flanagan by 3 seconds, so he actually lost time in that pit road.
I've noticed with the new pit animation that if you don't get your car a certain way in that box with that pit animation, you actually lose time than you do if you get it a certain way. Like you can lose about 0.3 to 0.4 of a second depending on how that car is positioned in that box.
Yeah, I found that out to my cost a few weeks ago, actually, when I did
Gateway?
No, it was actually Atlanta.
Okay.
But the race where I finished 4th, but I didn't get it into my pit box right, and I ended up coming back out behind somebody. I can't remember who it was, but I just couldn't get it into my pit box right, and I lost a lot of time in pit road, and really did hurt me. Managed to rebound for 4th place, but it's not easy.
What's weird with the pit animation, like if you pit, you slide into your pit stall and you stop behind the first 2 tire guys, they actually got to pick up and drag the tire over to the front 2 tires, and that costs like about 0.2 to 0.3 seconds of time doing that.
Yeah, it does. Focusing on Austin Aspetti, who lost a ton of time in pit road, all the way back down in P13. 2.5 seconds behind Andreas Eek. Espetti's race has just gone from bad to worse right here. Outside the top 10 is a good 3 seconds about ahead of Noah McBride, so no troubles there for Espetti, but really put him on the back foot that pit stop. Jonathan Goat just sailing away at the front. He is 5 seconds to the good over Liam Quinn.
Yeah, Jonathan Coke just having a great night with this green flag runs that we've had.
Yeah. Really working it to his advantage. You see Liam Quinn there, was there in the background. You see him right there. So he's going to focus on Liam Quinn right now. A nice healthy gap between himself and Henry Bennett. Bennett, meanwhile, is under extreme pressure from Joshua Chin right now. And Zach Campbell's right there as well. So a 3-car battle here for 3rd place. Out of turn 3 they come. Oh, Joshua Chin flirting with that wall there, coming out of turn 3. Not going to hurt it too much as he's going to get a run. Trying to get a run into turn 1. Not close enough. He's got to stay behind him for a bit longer. Is he going to try again?
A little bit of a spoiler for you guys. NASCAR driver Timmy Hill is currently running 2nd in the peak race.
I can't remember which team picked him up. I can't remember.
I don't know.
He did get picked up by one of the pros in the pro teams in the draft. As here comes Chin to the inside of Bennett now, and finally makes his move and finally gets it done. So Joshua Chin up to 3rd place now. Bennett going to try and get a run now, going towards the tunnel turn. No, here comes Campbell. Campbell now going to be the next one to try and put a move on the 007.
The good thing, Sam, is we have about 40 laps to go. It's time by.
Yep, that's good. Let's focus in again on Jonathan Goat. The gap now between Goat and Liam Quinn is now 6.4 seconds. And Goat must be absolutely loving this. One person who's not enjoying this is Henry Bennett. Under big pressure from Zach Campbell. Here comes Campbell now. To try the inside pass into turn 3. Gonna dive it in there. Zach Campbell up to 4th place now. Henry Bennett starting to fall backwards now on those older tyres. As we now are officially 40 laps to go.
Oof. Ronnie Thompson back in 10th, he's struggling after that green flag pit stop.
But crucially, he's in the top 10, and that's what he wanted. He wanted to finally get that top 10 here. And he's in there. He's about 1.2 seconds ahead of John Downing. And you see John Downing in the background there. There he is. One driver that has been struggling during this green flag run is Andreas Eek. He was running towards the front at one point. Has fallen all the way back down to P12. Andreas Eek in not having a good time out there.
What happened to SPD?
He retired. As did Niall McBride. So 2 retirements there. We're down to 15 cars left out on track. I wonder if there was an incident between those two. Who knows? As Ray Kingsbury just hit the wall coming out of 3.
Yeah, looks like. Sorry to interrupt you, but it looks like SPD just lost off of turn 3 and 4 and hit the pit wall going in the pits.
So SPD out. McBride, can you take a look and see what happened to McBride? Andrew Wood moves by now wounded Ray Kingsbury. Richard Holt, the next one to try and put a lap on Kingsbury. As Andrew Wood
just called it a quit, honestly.
Yeah, as Andrew Wood is in pit road. We've got green flag pit stops underway already, I think. No, they're not going to make it from here, so strange call there by Wood. Christian Alesio, you see him right there, is in P13, still on the lead lap, just past Andrew Wood there for P12 now. About to be lapped by the leader, Jonathan Goke. You see, Goke is right there. And unfortunately, not really any battles to speak of, apart from the battle here for the 3rd spot, but even that's starting to peter out now. While we're here, just want to give you a shout out to the sponsor for tonight's race. That is Redline Ace. And this is the Redline Ace Triple Crown Challenge. Don't forget, if you are looking for some racing apparel, mainly t-shirts that they do, then go to redlineace.com. You can find the link to their website in the description below, both on Facebook and on YouTube, where we are streaming live here from Pocono with the Indy Elite Series. Things really starting to quieten down now. Not really any action out on track right now, apart from this little battle here. This is your closest battle out on track between Joshua Chin, Jack Campbell and Henry Bennett. And Richard Holt not too far behind either.
What a tough night for SPD and McBride. That just sucks.
Yeah, unfortunately. But it's been a tough race all round, but this is what Pocono is all about. It does like to take cars, or as we like to call it, kick ass and take names. There's certainly been taking some names here tonight, that's for sure. I've just seen some big hitters taken out tonight. SBT, well, let's look at the updated retirement list as it stands right now. McBride, the drivers that are out of this race right now: McBride, SBT, Branch, Bryant, Doc, Walters, Showen, DiCenzo, Kinsella, Blocker, Trost, Danley, Ench, Chris Cahill and Chris Stouffer. And that first caution involving Blocker, Trost, Ench, Cahill and Stouffer happened only 2 laps into this race. And this has been very much a race of attrition here tonight.
Yeah, definitely, Sam. It just very heartbreaking to the people that just made a mistake by themselves or got taken out in someone else's mistake. But yeah, I had a feeling when I came in here I saw a 140 lap race that it was just going to be a race of nutrition.
Yeah. The Goku leader, Joshua Chin there, 5.5 seconds back from Liam Quinn, who's in pit road now, as we are going to be 30 laps to go here. Is pitted now, and we can make it from here, pretty much, almost. So Quinn, the first man to blink in pit road there. Joe Flanagan in pit road as well, and Andrews Eek there, but Liam Quinn and Joe Flanagan in pit road right now.
Then your leader, Jonathan Goat, down pit road.
Yep, so the leader is in pit road. That's going to hand the lead temporarily over to Joshua Chin, who's just crossed the line there now. That time we're going to move it to second, Henry Bennett into third. And definitely interesting how these strategies are paying off right now. Goku's back out of pit road. Down and away. That is his money stop over and done with, provided that there is no caution right now. Joshua Chin.
Good old Hooch just sitting up there waiting for a caution.
Yeah. Absolutely. Riley Thompson into the top 5 now, so he's silently moved his way forward, obviously with the people taking pit stops ahead of him. That was always going to be the case, but for now, Riley Thompson currently running in the top 5, and that's got to be putting a smile on his face right now. And again, sorry ladies and gentlemen, not really any battles to speak of right now. We do see Chad Simpson starting to close in on Henry Bennett. That could be something significant here. It could be, but you never know. Whew. So guys in the chat, we're going to throw it out to you. How are you enjoying the race? Are you having fun? Just, if you are, then don't forget to leave a subscribe to our YouTube channel. Leave a like on our Facebook page. And leave a like on the video. I know that you A lot of you like to leave your ratings on the video. Give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you're not enjoying the action here tonight.
Also, go follow us on Facebook at ESPN Broadcasting, I believe.
Esports Broadcasting Network.
Sorry, I was thinking about the ESPN Retro. It is what Sam said, the Esports Broadcasting Network.
Yep.
So go give the ESPN Retro League a like too, while you're at it.
I haven't created a fan page for that one. I should really, shouldn't I?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Henry Bennett is in pit road now. So, Bennett making his pit stop as Goat goes by him. And this is how dominant Goat has been so far. Even Liam Quinn has been in pit road and still way behind. Actually, Liam Quinn has lost more time to Jonathan Goat just by those pit stops. So, Goat has just been on another level since he got to the front.
Just a heads up. I don't know what's going on, but I might fall through. It's very icy out and my internet might just go down.
Okay. Joshua Trinity leader right now. Zach Campbell in second. Chad Simpson in third. Not sure if there's anybody in TeamSpeak right now. No, there isn't. So we might not even have interviews tonight. So, oh dear, and ended badly. As we're focusing in on Chad Simpson right now. As Chad Simpson's going to bring a pit side, so does Chin and Campbell. That looks like John Downing bringing the pit side as well. And it is John Downing. So Jonathan Goat going to move to the front here, but he's got to wait for Riley Thompson to make his pit stop. Will he bring it in this time round?
Hopefully he stays out and tries to wait for a caution.
That's if there is a caution. There's only 15 cars left running.
And it looks like he's going to pull it down this time. Sam.
He is. So Riley Thompson, after leading a lap, is going to be coming down pit road this time. That's going to hand the lead back over to Jonathan Goat, who's a full 10 seconds ahead of the man who will be second place very soon. That is Mr. Liam Quinn. Riley Thompson only just getting into his pit box. There's Liam Quinn coming down towards turn 1 now. Riley Thompson there. Andrew Wood is in third place after the pit stops has shaken out. His early pit stop paying off so far. But he's already 14 laps into his tyre run. I'm pretty sure he's got to pit again here, Connor.
Yeah, definitely.
One man who probably doesn't have to pit now is Richard Holt. He's in fourth place. He's ahead by nearly 3 seconds ahead of Joshua Chin. So Richard Holt on a good run here. Knows that the man in front of him has to pit again as we are approaching 20 laps to go here. And it looks like Holt is actually closing in on Andrew Wood, so we could be seeing a nice little battle shaping up here between the two. And the caution is out. Ray Kingsbury bringing out the caution here. Oh, just lost the back end coming out of turn 4. And I know who's going to be pissed off with that caution. That'll be one Mr. Jonathan Goat. Wow.
I did not see that caution coming.
Well, you did call it, to be fair.
I did call it, but I didn't see that coming. Also, another spoiler of the night. On the last lap of the peak race, their broadcast went down.
Oh no!
So, nobody knows who won.
Well, nobody won. The viewers didn't win. The broadcasters didn't win. Nobody won. Tell you who is winning though. The people that are buying their apparel from Redline Ace. If you want to get your t-shirts from that website, then the link is in the description below. Just go and get yourself a t-shirt from Redline Ace. They have all kinds of racing related t-shirts. Just go and get your hands on one now. They've got very competitive rates for prices. They are the sponsors of tonight's race. This is the second round of the Triple Crown Challenge, sponsored by Redline Ace. And speaking of that, we're going to get a few words from them. We'll be right back in just a couple of moments.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
And you rejoin us live here at Pocono. Just under 20 laps to go, 19 laps to go, and we are about to go back to green here very soon. And the man that's in control of the field, Joshua Chin, looking for race win number 2 on the bounce here. Has slightly older tyres than the guys behind him, but he is in the catbird seat with Zach Campbell right behind him, Chad Simpson in 3rd, Riley Thompson in 4th place, and John Downing in 5th place. So a lot of different names in the top 5 here as we come through turn 3 now.
So any prediction on how many cautions we're going to have before the end of the race?
None. As we're going to have a green flag run right to the checker flag as pace car is off. And we are back under green again. Jonathan Goke all the way back there in P7. He's going to be looking to make his way to the front as quickly as possible as Andreas Eek puts the block on him going towards turn 1. Joshua Chin already under pressure from Zach Campbell as they go through turn 1. Chad Simpson right there. Riley Thompson right there as well. And already...
But here comes Campbell on the outside of Chin going to the tunnel turn. Campbell takes it away.
Yep, Chin to the point now, and it's getting to that important...
Here comes Joshua Chin again.
It's getting to that important part of the race as... Jonathan Goke, meanwhile, back up to the top 5 is bringing Lee and Quinn with him. They've already got around John Downing. And it's closing in very quickly on Riley Thompson now. Thompson going to defend, but Joshua Chin crucially back to the lead here is Zach Campbell. Going to try and get that position back before this race is said and done. And don't count out Chad Simpson. He's right there in the mix of this battle. In the background, almost contact between Liam Quinn and Jonathan Goke there. Quinn going to try the inside pass on Jonathan Goke. Here he comes. The UK and I driver going to dive it in there into turn 1. Gets a bit of a slide going out of turn 1. Goke lives to fight another day. That's let John Downing in. Henry Bennett has dropped back a bit as Joshua Chin still under pressure from Zach Campbell here as they come through turn 2. Dives it in there, Zach Campbell. Not going to make it work as we're now 15 laps to go here at Pocono. Who's going to get that second jewel in the crown? At the moment it's Joshua Chin. And the cabin seat you see in the background, Jonathan Goke trying to make his way back to the front. Side by side with Riley Thompson. Almost contact between the two. Everybody pretty much single file now. They are regrouping for another big showdown here.
Oh, Goke in a wall.
Yeah, Goke hit the wall hard there. That's not going to help him at all.
His front wing's all banged up now. Goke back in the wall again.
Yeah, what a shame for Jonathan Goke. Had such a strong run. Let's go back and see what happened there. Tried to get a run of Riley Thompson out of turn 4. Smacks the wall hard. Out of turn 3, sorry, not turn 4. What turn 4? And Jonathan Goke, that is going to be his race done, unfortunately. Too many hits on the wall, but crucially, Joshua Chin has extended the gap between himself and Zach Campbell to 6/10 of a second. And the man that we thought was going to win this race, Jonathan Goke, is looking like his race is over. It looks like, oh my God, what has happened to Jonathan Goke? It all just slipped away from him right there. Meanwhile, we're seeing a battle for third place here between Riley Thompson and Chad Simpson. Thompson managed to get away from the charge, and Jonathan Goke, who unfortunately...
Looks like he stepped out of his car and is done for tonight.
Yep, Goke is out of this race, and who'd have thought that with the lead he had before that caution came out. He has got to be one upset man right now. Joshua Chin the lead now between himself and Zach Campbell, 7/10 of a second. Campbell trying to close that gap now. Chad Simpson in third. Riley Thompson trying to reel him back in. Lee and Quinn, the last man in the top 5 now. As we've got a big crash! That's Joshua Chin! Joshua Chin is wrecked! A big wreck for Joshua Chin! The leader coming out of turn 3. Let's take another look at that. Ram wide coming out of turn 3 and smacks the wall hard. And the way it's looking right now, the place you do not want to be in this race is in the lead. As Joshua Chin, wow.
Looks like he just had that unfortunate incident like everybody else has had almost tonight. Example, Austin SPD and someone else, I don't know who it was, can't remember, just lost it coming out of 3.
Yeah.
Jonathan Goke is back on the track, so...
Albeit 2 laps down.
1 lap down.
That's showing 2 laps down for me.
Okay. Hands over to lead is Zach Campbell.
Yeah. And who'd have thought Zach Campbell was starting to fall back from Joshua Chin before that happened. Oh my god. First, Jonathan Goke having that oops coming out of turn 4. And now, Joshua Chin, who was comfortably in the lead, might I add, throwing it away out of turn 3. What a race we are seeing here tonight. What an event. I'm just seeing Liam Quinn, John Downing, Andrew Wood, Joe Flanagan, Andrew Seek, Henry Bennett, Richard Holt, all taking the pit side. And it looks like John Downing going to win the race off pit road there. Move his way to 4th place. We're seeing some shock positions here tonight. Zach Campbell in the lead. He's had a strong run so far. Still looking for that first win. He might be in a good place to have it, but it looks like the lead is not where you want to be. As we've seen so many people crash out of the lead, most notably Joshua Chin. Jonathan Goke is out of the top 10. He's 2 laps down. We've only got 14 cars left running. Chad Simpson, can't count him out. Riley Thompson definitely can't count him out. What a race he's had tonight. John Downing is there in 4th. Liam Quinn is in 5th. Remember, Quinn started on pole. Henry Bennett in the 6th. Eek is in 7th. Holt is in 8th. 9th is Andrew Wood. And 10th is Joe Flanagan. I know Joey Flanagan's going to be very happy to see his old man in the top 10 right now. Jonathan Goke and John Downing bringing the pit side again. As the lights are off on the pace car, hopefully for the final time here, Connor.
Yeah, hopefully.
So, 9 laps to go here in this race. It's going to be 8 laps to go once we go green again. Can Zach Campbell hold on and get that first win of the season and claim the second jewel in the crown in the Triple Crown Challenge, sponsored by Redline Ace? Don't forget their website is in the description below. Check them out. It's well worth the visit. Redline Ace. Through the tunnel turn. And towards turn 3 for hopefully the last time under caution here tonight. Zach Campbell hugging that outside wall as they made their way through turn 3. Pace car looking to go into pit road once they exit the corner. There goes the pace car. The field is in control as Zach Campbell immediately ducks to the bottom of the track there to defend from the guys behind him. And look at Riley Thompson. Thompson going to try the outside line there as they go into turn 1. Chad Simpson going to defend for his life. But Riley Thompson, big run on the outside and takes away second place there. Zach Campbell comfortably in the lead. But for how long? Because Riley Thompson got the bit between his teeth now. Here comes John Downing now to the inside, almost clipping the back of Chad Simpson there. Liam Quinn right there as well in the top 5. Henry Bennett, don't count him out, he's right there too. As Liam Quinn now dives to the inside of John Downing, has to back out of it through turn 3, doesn't get enough of a run. Here comes Henry Bennett now to the inside of Liam Quinn, trying to take the top 5 away from his compatriot, and he does. Liam Quinn dropping to 6th, Henry Bennett into 5th. Zach Campbell now half a second up the road ahead of Riley Thompson. And this is going to be a huge battle to see who can get the final spots in that top 10. And Christian Alesio is in 11th place, knocking on the door of the top 10. Only problem being he's a lap down. Going back to the action now, and Riley Thompson has reeled in Zach Campbell here.
But here comes John Downing around Chad Simpson as we're 3 wide going into 1.
Yeah, Chad Simpson looks like a sitting duck as here comes Quinn. And big contact! John Downing and Chad Simpson into the wall. Caution is good. Not out. Caution is not out. They are still racing here. John Downing seeing his race go from bad to worse in the space of a corner. That promotes Liam Quinn up to 3rd place after such a daring move into turn 1. 3 wide it was.
Pretty sure the top 2 are hoping for.
Oh!
Riley Thompson! Oh my God!
Riley Thompson, big time into the wall. Such heartbreak for Riley Thompson. Zach Campbell now 1.6 seconds of the road ahead of Henry Bennett, who's battling out for 2nd place now between himself and Liam Quinn. Andreas Eek is right there as well, but Zach Campbell very much in the captain seat. But we've seen so many times out of turn 3, you can't be too aggressive in that corner, otherwise you're going to end up in the wall. We've seen that twice now. Riley Thompson's race coming to an end. Chad Simpson is out, and Christian Alesio into the top 10 now. He's in P8 now, the rookie. What a race he's having. So Zach Campbell, your leader.
Having issues.
Yeah, John Downing, after that hit into the wall, just crabbing the car around. Zach Campbell, though, is your leader. Next flag will end the race here tonight. Henry Bennett up to 2nd place now. Liam Quinn into 3rd with Andreas Eek in 4th. Andrew Wood looking for another top 5 finish here right now. I can speak, I promise. Such excitement here tonight.
We still got 3 laps to go.
Yeah, 3 laps to go at the line. Here comes Zach Campbell to the line. And the battle behind them between Henry Bennett and Liam Quinn really heated up now. As Quinn has to back out of it. Andreas Eek in the 4th spot is being chased down now by Andrew Wood. And now Henry Bennett doing everything he can to try and close the gap between himself and Zach Campbell. Not going to work so far with 3 laps to go. Going to be 2 laps to go at the line as they make their way through turn 3. The gap now 1.3 seconds between Bennett and Campbell. Bennett doing everything he can to close the gap between himself and the Deuce. As Chad Simpson is back out of pit road now.
Yeah, I don't think anyone has anything on Jack Campbell right now after that. I think the only person who had a shot was Thompson, but after that unfortunate spin out of turn 3, that handed that Campbell to win, unfortunately.
Yeah, and right now the white flag is out this time by 1 more lap to go here at Pocono, and what a race we've seen here tonight. So many different leaders, so many wrecks here tonight, but one man has been gifted the second jewel in the Triple Crown Challenge. That is that man you're seeing on your screen right now, going through the tunnel turn for the final time. Out of the tunnel turn towards turn 3. For one more turn, Zach Campbell comes out of turn 3. Has to be careful, down towards the line. Zach Campbell wins at Pocono. Henry Bennett for second, and Liam Quinn crosses the line for third. Wow, what a race we've seen here tonight.
That was just a pure racing attrition right there, Sam.
Yeah, pure race of attrition, but one man came out with a victory here tonight. That was one Mr. Zach Campbell. And what a race we have seen here tonight. I was not expecting that finish to the race at all. It was Jonathan Goke in control, and then Joshua Chin in control. Both of them making uncharacteristic mistakes. And then Riley Thompson, the big incident into the wall. It's just been people making uncharacteristic mistakes and pretty much gifted Zach Campbell the win here. And he's definitely going to be the happiest man out there as he's claimed the second jewel in the crown here tonight. So there is your winner. We're waiting for people to come into TeamSpeak so we can speak to them. So while we're waiting for people, we're going to step away for one more word from our sponsor for tonight's race. That's Redline Ace. Make sure you visit their website. That's redlineace.com to get yourself some racing apparel. And we'll get a few words from them right now. We'll be right back with, hopefully, some interviews in just a couple of moments. Don't go anywhere. And we are back here live at Pocono as we've seen a very, very competitive end to this race, a very exciting end to this race. And right now, joining us in the broadcast booth will be our race winner, Mr. Zach Campbell. And he's with me right now. Zach, that was probably the most wild finish we've ever seen here. Were you expecting that to happen, firstly? And how were you feeling after all that?
No, I did not expect that to happen. I saw him go through the corner, and he was turning left, and then he just kept turning left. I was really confused for a second, and then all of a sudden, I was in the lead, and I won the race. I really don't know how that happened.
Neither do we, so that makes two of us. But Zach, you claim the second jewel in the crown of the Triple Crown Challenge here tonight, sponsored by Redline Ace. How do you feel about that? That is a pretty big deal in this league.
Yeah, that was probably the best oval race I've ever driven. I know our set, Henry Bennett, he put it together. Andrew Kinsella, Adam Blocker, they all kind of contributed there. And I was just the deliverer of what that set could do. I mean, he put a lot of work into it. We put a lot of work into it today in practice, just building it for later in the race when it was hot, and it turned out to be just absolutely perfect. I mean, I don't think there were really any changes that needed to be made. It was absolutely perfect.
It was. Your car definitely looked planted out there. I mean, we've seen so many people going off in turn 3. I mean, the most prominent ones were obviously Joshua going off and then Riley going off near the end there. Were you trying to tiptoe it through turn 3 and make sure you get round as safe as possible?
Yeah, kinda. I run a really weird line through turn 3 because a lot of people just what they do is they just go kind of straight, they arc it into the corner and they late apex. And what I like to do is I like to drive it straight in. That allows you to get off the throttle early and then get back to it. And it's a lot better, in my opinion, 1, for your tires, and 2, you can avoid dirty air really easily that way, which also helped.
So just a quick question, because I don't really understand the whole why people were losing out of turn 3 and 4. Is that why you were saying you were taking a deeper or a better line through that corner?
Yeah, I mean, I was really just kind of lifting and letting it coast and then getting back on just to be safe. I mean, the way I saw a lot of cars going just straight towards the wall, if you can keep it kind of under people and not getting that aero push, then you're not gonna overdrive the car because there's a bump on the outside and the track kind of undulates, and so if you get over that bump wrong, then you're just gonna spin the car. Absolutely. Especially if you have too much weight jacker in it.
Yeah, and we saw that happen so many times here tonight, but luckily you came out on top and got it absolutely on the nose here tonight, Zach. Congratulations on the win. Looking ahead to next week, we head to the short track race sponsored by websportradio.com. That is round 7 at Iowa. Just give us your thoughts on that and what do you reckon you can do there?
I think we got a good car for Iowa. I really like Iowa as a track, and I think it's going to be really interesting once we can see, because that's a track where you can use, 17 different lines and be able to get around the place. So I think you'll see some really close, really good racing. Absolutely,
and definitely going to be looking for your second win there. You've had a strong run to start to the season. Obviously, you had the bad luck at Milwaukee last week, and obviously, well, not the bad luck at Milwaukee. That was at Detroit. You had the bad luck. How do you think your season's going, and how do you reckon you can get up there and just get up to the top spot of the table?
Well, I hope it keeps going this way, because the first 4 races I got probably the most instants out of anybody. So I like where we're at right now. I think what we got right now is solid. And I hope we can carry this momentum to Iowa and beyond. Because I really think that I think we were up there in the standings, and I really want to see if we can continue this.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations one more time on the win and claiming the second leg of the Triple Crown Challenge. Zach, is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to or give a thanks to for tonight's win?
Adam Blocker, Henry Bennett, Andrew Kinsella. They were all, helping with the set and everything. I'd also like to thank, Richard Tam, the team owner. I probably should thank him. And really just everyone on Power Slide, because they all helped me out this week.
Absolutely. Well, Zach, congratulations one more time, and we'll see you next week at Iowa. That was our race winner, Zach Campbell. Joining me in the booth now is our second place finisher, Henry Bennett. Henry, your strong run to the strong start to the season continues with another podium finish here tonight. You've got to be looking hopeful, especially with how wild the race was tonight.
Yeah, definitely had luck on my side today. All the wrecks that happened in front of me, I just don't know how I got through them. But yeah, feels really good to get a good result. Only had one podium so far this season before this, and yeah, it feels great to get another one. Absolutely,
and I believe with the second place here tonight, that moves you to the top of the point standings with the double points that were on offer tonight. Just gives you thoughts on how your race went here tonight. I know you fell back through the field pretty quickly, but you managed to get it all back together and grab that second place. Just give your thoughts on how your race went tonight with the especially with the tricky turn 3.
Everyone on Powerslide was really disappointed with qualifying. I mean, we didn't really deserve to qualify any higher because we hadn't put any work into this setup for a year or so. But when we made it, it was a great set. But everyone seems to have found something that we missed. So yeah, stuck down in 21st, I think I started. Yeah, just had to use strategy, pit stops to get to the front, and yeah, really test my wreck avoidance skills as well. But yeah, when I got to the front, just made sure I stayed within sight of the finish with the fuel stops. But yeah, it was going to be close on fuel at the end there when everyone was saving. I think I might have just been a bit short if there hadn't been the cautions, so that really saved me. And then at the end, it's just whoever can race clean but aggressive to make it to the finish when there's a sprint like that.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on the second place, and I'm pretty sure you've taken over the points lead here tonight, Henry. So congratulations for that one too. Looking ahead to next week, we go to Iowa, the race sponsored by websportradio.com. Just give us your thoughts going into next week at the short track.
Love Iowa. I think we've got a good setup for it, as long as we avoid the bumps in turn 1. Yeah, hopefully we get a good result.
Okay, Henry, and finally, is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out for tonight's result?
So everyone at Powerslide, yeah, we all teamed up together 2-3 hours before the race. We didn't have a setup, and just threw everything, all our knowledge into one spot, and managed to just about get a setup that got us to the finish. And yeah, big thanks to everyone there.
Okay, Henry. Well, congratulations one more time on the podium finish, and we will see you next week at Iowa. As that was our second place finisher, Mr. Henry Bennett. Joining me in the booth now is the man that's probably had the worst luck of everybody this season. We thought it all turned around last week at Milwaukee, but just came back to bite him again near the end of the race. Joshua, absolute heartbreak for you tonight. That one's got to sting a bit, right?
Yeah, it sucked. Felt like it was going to be a good shot for a win and just threw it away, trying to be a little too aggressive when I didn't need to be. But it was a fun race up before that.
Yeah, and what happened there? Was it just a case of you losing the back end through turn 3, or just you hit that bump, or what happened?
Yeah, just coming over transition, the car got a little loose, and I thought I could keep going with it, and by the time it went, it was way too late to do anything with the car, so tried saving it and hit the pit wall.
Yeah, and that's always a heartbreak, especially when you're leading the race by the margin you were. You were almost 2 seconds to the good, but Josh, got to mention on your season, I mean, you've had such a tough start to the season. You got that win last week, but man, it's just been difficult so far. What can you do in the next few races to try and save this? Because from a broadcaster's point, it's looking like it's starting to slip away from you at this point.
Oh, I mean, the good thing is there's 3 road courses coming up that I like Coda, I like Barber, and I like Long Beach. So at least try and get 3 wins there, and win a third of the races for the season. But Indy will be good, and Kentucky is a little bit of a wild card. But I mean, we feel good for the rest of the season. It's more just I need to stop wrecking cars at inopportune times.
Yeah, absolutely. And looking ahead to next week, we do go to, from one dynamic to another, we go to Iowa with the race sponsored by websportradio.com. Just give us your thoughts on that. Do you reckon you can improve things from that point onwards?
Yeah, I think so. Iowa was really good last year and was one caution away from getting the win. So I enjoy the track, and I just need to stop getting loose out of corners is kind of my moral of the story for this year.
Absolutely. Well, sorry about your luck here tonight. I know it was a tough one for you, especially with the margin you were leading when the wreck happened. But regardless, is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to, or just say hi to while you're here?
Well, first off, I have to say sorry to Joe for the contact we had earlier in the race. Didn't want to do that to him and took him out, so I feel bad about that. Took himself out and me, so I don't want to do that to anyone's race. But John HD built a crazy fast setup, and we unfortunately got caught out a little bit with the weather conditions, but it was a rocket ship if things had played out right with the cautions early. Everyone at Team Talent ran a great race tonight. I know racing quite go to some of our expectations, and Riley had an unfortunate finish again, but hopefully we'll get him next time at Iowa.
Okay, Josh. Well, again, sorry about your luck again tonight, and hopefully you can pick it up next week when we see you at Iowa.
Well, it's in 2 weeks, but thank you guys.
Oh, 2 weeks, yeah. Yeah, that one too. See you later. Yeah, that was unfortunate Joshua Chin, and you got to feel for the guy. I mean, trying to defend the championship with the luck that he's having this season, Connor, you gotta really feel for the guy.
Yeah, I used to do some hoster racing when I first started iRacing with Joshua Chin in a league called Nordgar, and great dude, fun guy to race with, but just tough luck for him this season. It sucks.
Absolutely, and it's really not looking good for him with the races that are coming up. But he said he is feeling confident with the road courses that are coming up, and judging from what I've seen on his road courses before, yeah, you can say the confidence should be there, because the very first broadcast we broadcasted of the Indy Elite Series, he actually ran away with that race, and that was, of course, the race at Long Beach. If you want to go back and watch that one, then it is available on the YouTube channel. So, yeah, you'll definitely get some in-depth remembrance of how good he can be on a road course. But anyway, that is going to do it for us tonight. We're going to just quickly go through the results as Zach Campbell bringing home a win after such an incident-filled race, being gifted the win by Joshua Chin, actually unfortunately wrecking the car just while he was leading almost 2 seconds ahead. Henry Bennett in second place. Liam Quinn rounds out your top 3. Andreas Eek is in 4th place, rounding out your top 5. With another top 5 was Andrew Wood. Joe Flanagan in 6th. 7th was Richard Holt. 8th was Christian Alesho. Great top 10 there for the rookie as his rookie season continues, as his road to pro career continues. So good to see him there. Ray Kingsbury in 9th after spinning to bring out the second to last caution. And Adam Plunkett, despite being 2 laps down for most of the race, brings home a top 10. Jonathan Goke, what could have been for him, had such a commanding lead for the most part of the race, unfortunately finishing outside the top 10 in 11th. Chad Simpson in 12th, John Downing in 13th after an incident near the end of the race, and Riley Thompson having a huge wreck after being in second has to settle for 14th place. Joshua Chin, just spoke to him there, having more bad luck here tonight. He's in 15th. Noah McBride 16th. Austin Espetie, another strong runner here tonight. He's in 17th. Joe Branch in 18th, 19th was Simon Bryant, and rounding out your top 20 was Adam Dark. In 21st was Bradley Walters, 22nd, Tony Schoen, 23rd, Dakota DiCenzo, 24th was Andrew Kinsella, 25th was Adam Blocker, 26th was Brandon Trost, 27th was Danley, Enge 28th was Chris Cahill, and the winner from Homestead with the first leg of the Triple Crown Challenge, Christopher, the first man to put it on the hauler here tonight. And that is going to do it here for us tonight. Looking ahead on the schedule for the week, we have a lot of racing action here for you tonight, so you're going to be wanting to stay tuned to the channel for those. Tomorrow night we return to Top Fuel Racing as they take to the Arizona track known as Phoenix, the Demon in the Desert. They go to the old version of Phoenix for the first time ever, so going to be interested, so you're going to want to stay tuned for that one. Thursday and Friday we take a night off, and then Saturday we return to the NASCAR Online Series for the first time in the season as they bring back the K&N cars for the first race of their season at Daytona with the Devon Era 250. You do not want to miss that. And then on Sunday we have 2 races for you. It's going to be the ESPN Fan Choice, bringing it back for you for the first time in almost a year, I believe, as we have the first round of the I-States Racing Association Series. The trucks taken to the track at Daytona for the first round of their series for 100 laps, and then also we have the second round of the ESPN IR05 series as they go to their second round at Iowa. And that is your schedule for the coming week. What a race we've seen here tonight. I'm absolutely exhausted for calling that, but it was absolutely worth it. Congratulations going out to Zach Campbell for bringing home the win and the second jewel in the Triple Crown Challenge. Definitely one to savour, as double points were also on offer for that one. As that is going to do it for myself, Sam Cooper Bennett. Joining me in the booth was Mr. Connor Hayder. All that's left for me to say for tonight's race is keep it clean, keep it green, and we will see you tomorrow night live from Phoenix for Top Fuel Racing and the IR18 series. We'll see you then. Have a good night.